game of two halves gets thrown around a bit, Brad, but to come back from 21-3 at the break to I think you end up winning that second half 12-7, you've got to take a fair bit of confidence out of that one.
Yeah, it was the guys. They're wearing a Queensland jersey, so we want to have our fight. We're always going to have a fight, but I think that the Crusaders, they'll have some disappointments about some opportunities. We had some opportunities as well. If we could have bridged that gap before they scored their last try, then you can bring some pressure into play. But they did well, though. They scored that final try and sort of put the game away. So, yeah, it all happens again next week.
Yeah, were you pleased with the response, though, considering your team was on the back foot at the Sheds? What was the message going to the second half?
Oh, yeah, treasure possession was a big one. We're getting turnovers and then turning it straight back over. So I guess with us, we've got a feel now for those conditions. It's greasy, it's slippery. So the Crusaders were having their errors as well. But look after that ball and around the breakdown, obviously being urgent. And if we can get some reasonable ball, I think we show that we can apply some pressure. So.
Harry Wilson mentioned in our radio call, you just stay through for the next 7 days, 8 days on to the next one, get used to these greasy conditions. What does the next sort of week or so look like?
Yeah, it'll just be a normal training week, but I don't know if you guys heard, we arrived, tried to come a day early, got delayed. We we're in a hotel at 5 a.m. on Thursday morning, so we didn't want to have to fly through Sydney to come to here and all this sort of stuff. So if we were going to stay here, if we were going to go on to play here, we thought we'd just stay in probably a good little camp sort of vibe to it and everything to play for. It's a new competition and we'll be go about our work. And the Crusaders were better tonight and they're a very good side and they'll be another tough proposition, but we've got everything to play for,
Just last one from me, your young first five, Crichton, seems to sort of grow into the game and start looking for those holes in the 7 to 10 channel. Were you impressed with him and sort of conversely, how's James O'Connor? Has he a chance next week?
He's James isn't likely, so to Lawson, I like how square he was. He takes the line on. He's probably, that's his third or fourth game at 10 for us this year. So, he's putting his hand up and he hasn't blinked. He went out there and put in a performance. So, a lot of guys did. And but like I said, the Crusaders too good tonight, and they'll be looking to improve on their game also.
How good is it for the confidence for you guys, Brad? Just what unfolded in that second half, just the fight they showed.
Yeah, well, expect that, as well. The only sort of blowout we've had was the Blues, where they've got to, every other game we've been amongst it. So it was, the Crusaders obviously, they're a renowned side, aren't they, for being big, so successful the last 20 years. And so for the guys to come over, get a feel of the conditions, the crowd, the quality of play from the Crusaders, that's an engagement for us, and now it's game on. And I guess no one will be rating us for next week, but we will, you'd like to think there'll be some real belief that come out of, what was put in tonight, and, we'll get a week under our belt, no travel, and rip in next Friday.
Given your history with the Crusaders, you've played plenty of playoff games, obviously. Does it give a bit of an extra buzz for you even personally that you can take these guys on their home track again in a playoff game?
Yeah, it just means a lot to me, this place. So I think I played just 92 games for Crusaders, another 30 odd for Canterbury, so family lived there, so probably we're coming here to do a job, and I'm a Queenslander, and I guess that side of me wants to my team and that to perform well, and so that there's I guess Canterbury folk, you know, they have respect for our side and that, so it's nice to be back here. But you know, you're in this sort of ruthless mission of trying to achieve something, so yeah.
Just on the Pablo yellow card, do you think he was a bit fortunate not to get a red?
I'll just stay out of that, mate.